Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devaः Bhadram Pasyema Akshabhiryajatraः Sthirairangaiः Tushtovagumsastanubhih Vyasema Devahitam Yadayuः Swasti na Indro Vruddhasravaः Swasti nः Pusha Vishvavedaः Swasti nastarcchyo Arishtanemiः Swasti no Bruhaspatir-dadatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Agnenaya Supatharaye.
Swan Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmat Juhurana Meno Bo Istam Te Nama Uktim Videma Om Shanti 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 Om Brahman Brahmana Brahma Varchasi Jayatam Arashtre Rajanya Shuraishabjo Atibhyadhi Maharato Jayatam Dogdrim Dhenur Vodhan Nadvan Asusapti Purandhiryosha Jishna Rateshta Sabeyo Yuva Asya Yajamanasya Viro Jayatam Nikame Nikamena Pajjanyo Navarshatu Palavatyo Navoshadaya Pachantam Yogakshemo Nakalpetam Om Shanti 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 Om Apyayantam Amangani Vakprana Chakshuhu Sotramato Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarva Brahmopanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarato Anirakaranam Astu Anirakaranam Me Astu Tadatmani Nirate Upanishatsu Dharma Te Mayi Santo Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Sri Ram. So we are now on the Aitareya Upanishad pursuit. But among every Upanishad is an important Upanishad. And every Upanishad has got some knowledge to impart on us. And thereby our process of research, process of thinking, process of curiosity to find out the results. And thereby understand the infinite limits of the knowledge as such. So we have seen already Shvetaswatra Upanishad, how Shvetaswara Maharshi tried to impress on us that Ishvara is there behind any and everything in the creation, in the activity, in the etc. And if you trust Ishvara, if you devote to Ishvara, you are going to get emancipation. And that means a relief from these samsaric pressures and pleasures. And generally people are all buried in these samsaric pleasures or undergoing the pressures. Thereby they think that that is the ultimate and there is no outlet for them and how to get it off. And we are just always searching for the solutions to find out. So in the same manner, this kind of curiosity, anxiety, search to find the truth, to find the reasons for the happenings or prevent the happenings. And these are all one of the important aspects that engage the attention of the human life. Because human life is very important. Almost it is timed one. Timed one in the sense that we are all given some stipulated period of time to span of life. So everybody talks about the 10 decades, Satamanam Bhavatu. The Manam, the measure of human life, generally Shatam. So Shatam means Purnam, whatever length of life that we exist upon the Bhulokam. And that is only the great opportunity where you have many scopes, many opportunities that you can not return to any loka as a matter of fact. So in this Aitareya Upanishad, you see even Paramatma, the Atma va idamagra asit. You have noted that agre ekaha atma asitu. And there was no second Atma and no fear, nothing like that. So then only alone, when people are, there will be mind activity little more impressive. If you are among people, your mind will be otherwise. But when you are alone, then your mind will be active. So that exactly has happened to this Atma. So this Atma is now kept for, started working for that. And what happened, he has created, as we see, he has created the lokas, division in the lokas. Then he has also given you the various important deva and loma and indriyas and all that. And ultimately, important parts of the human body are being occupied by the divine persons. So when all the human body parts have come out, like ear, eye, then the lomas and heart and mind and all that. That's what all happened in the first Kandika or the first chapter, Prathama Kanda of Aitareya Upanishad, which is given to us, the text is given to us in the Sarva Veda Mantraha at the 98th page. Now we have also gone through some ideas. Further, what happened? So we are always anxious to what next, what next, what next. What is, we know. What would be is curiosity. So then along with the Srishti, we have noted that asana and pipasa, these are also created. Asana is ahara, pipasa is desire to eat it. Pipasa is to drink that. Then they question the Atma, the Paramatma, that where is the place for us and where we are going to be. Then in order to satisfy, the Atma had to prepare, had to create a cow and a horse. And cow is a milk providing, rather food giver, food providing, because cow's milk is a staple food right from one is widowed or removed from the mother's milk. Mother's milk only about 6 months or so. Later on, the mother gets dried up herself. Then she is putting the baby to cow's milk. Therefore, when so cow is like that. Then next we have got then cow is created, not enough. When horse is created, not enough. Then what happened? Now I am reading the second mantras which we have covered, and afterwards we shall sit for understanding the explanation and the communication therefrom we commit. Agnihi vagbhutva mukham pravisatu vayuhu prano bhutva nasike pravisatu Aditya Chakshur Akshini Pravisatu Dishaha Srotram Bhutva Karnau Pravisatu Oshadhivanaspatayo Lomani Bhutva Tvacham Pravisatu Chandrama Mano Bhutva Hridayam Pravisatu Mrutyuhu Apano Bhutva Nabhim Pravisatu Aporeto Bhutva Sisnam Pravisatu. This is very interesting. See, Bhutva Pravisatu is most important notice. Note that we have got to do. Anything you should become, you should create, you should originate, you should propose. And then you enter into the work of that and you try to get the results. Thereby, Krishna's statement is very, very true here for understanding further. Because when you say Agnihi Vagbhutva Mukham Pravisatu, meaning Agni became speech. He transformed the speech. Then what is the resting place for them? He took the face area, the mouth area, and tried to stay in that. So if at all you want to speak, only your mouth is important. Vang me manasi pratishtita mano me vache pratishtitam. So that's the thesis of this Upanishad. So Agni became the speech and he entered the face. Again, you see, then the Vayu became Prana. He took his settlement in the nose. Then Aditya, Surya Bhagavan, the Velugu, the light, the splendorous light, the light became a Kannu, he became an eye, and he entered the eye of the. So, eye belongs to Paramatma, Aditya, and the retina and the visionary vision and everything is owing to the Surya Anugraha. Therefore, we always make a prayer. We have got several other mantras, and from in the Veda, Samhitas, and further, Upanishad is the ending of it. So it's a conclusion of that. So in that concluding portion, you only get the ultimate what happened, what happened. But if you want to know the process, you have to reverse, go back to Brahmanas, Aranyakas, then Veda Samhitas, etc. There you have got the details more and more. But here you have got summary that Prano Bhutva Nasike Pravisatu and Chakshush. And also I said, Kannu, the eye, Chakshushpa Agne, Chakshurme Dehi. Not only that, we have got Chakshu Upanishad also independently done. Independently, we have got Chakshu Upanishad, which speaks about Aditya. And there is a lot of information, connection of the Surya Bhagavan also connected to Chakshu. So, for example, when you go to Saura Suktam, you have got a beautiful mantra, because that's why I always prefer that people should know. For example, I want to say in Saura Suktam, the mantra come 52, 53, 54, these three mantras connected to the eye care, eye health, eye prayer. When eye prayer means it's Aditya prayer. I just read for your information. Probably this has been done to you in our regular Veda classes by me or by others also. So look at this. Om Chakshurno Devasa Vita Chakshurnaha Uta Parvataha Chakshurdhata Dadhatunaha Chakshurno Dehe Chakshushe Chakshurvikhyetanubhyaha Samchedam Vichapasyema Susamdrusham Tva Vayam Pratipasyema Surya Vipasyema Ruchakshasaha. So here we have got a beautiful description how Aditya chose to become an eye. Because eye is light. If you have light inside, you can see light outside. If light is outside, you can see the light inside. Therefore, Devaha Savita Naha Chakshuhu. So this has already been proclaimed that who is your eye? Savitru Devata is your eye. And how much is the vision? What kind of amount of stretch of the Surya Aditya is there? Parvataha, immense. Because the moment sun is there, he electrifies and brightens any and everything, everywhere in the universe. And moreover, who is the creator? Chakshuhu da da dhata. The creator of the eye is only Surya Bhagavan, Aditya, and therefore he has all authority to bestow eye upon us. Dadhatu naha. So eye, so that's why the netra arogya is to be always invoked or imbibed or got from this Surya Bhagavan. Therefore, we make a prayer, O Surya Bhagavan, Savitru Devata, Chakshurno Dehi. So, ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ. ಕಣ್ಣು ಬರೀ ಕಣ್ಣು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಣನೇತ್ರ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Mere eye is no use. There must be the sight, vision. Therefore, we ask for Chakshurno Dehi. See, Aksha and Chakshu, we have already discriminated every morning. Whenever we sit for prayer, Veda class or otherwise, we say, Bhadram Pasyema Akshabihi Yajatraha. Aksha is the equipment, apparatus, which we have been provided by Paramatma. When there is apparatus, you can always use the apparatus. What is that use of that apparatus is Chakshu, Pasyema, that is visible, vision. So like that, Chakshurno Dehi, Chakshushe, Chakshuhu Vikhye. So Tanubhyaha means all people. Tanu means body. All those people who bear the body, they have the Chakshu, and that Chakshu has got to be protected and controlled by Paramatma. And what should he do? Sam chedam vipasyema cha. So we should be able to see meticulously in detail, even sometimes microscopically, the world. And because you are able to bless me that kind of gift, we are highly grateful to you. That's why we are Ujjantam Bhaskaram Drishtva Namaskurya Sudhihi anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. The moment you look at the sun rising in the east, you should not keep on watching, but you should develop reverence to him. Suryaya Namaha, Mitraya Namaha, Bhanave Namaha, etc. You keep on making, because he has power. He is the generator of power. He is the provider of power. He is the caretaker of the flower, of the power of I. So I care. Like that, you see, every Agni. So when you say that, Mukham Prano Hutva Nasike and Adityaha Chakshur Bhutva. So Achini Pravisatu. Achini is the apparatus. If there is no eye at all, where can Surya Bhagavan enter? So in modern eye surgery, if the eye is affected, if people are able to introduce some other eye, glass eye, or so, see that the beauty of the face is not destroyed. You may not be able to see, but we want that. See, people can prepare test tube babies just too similar to human. But who can provide pranam into that? Only Paramatma has that reservation with him. So here also, Achini are there, and into Achini, the Chakshu has to enter. The vision has to enter. Like that also, Mukham Agnihi, that is, Mukham is the area where from you can always see the fire coming out. Agni Mukhavai Devaha. When you see that Satvata Brahmanam statement, why Agni became the face of all gods, the representative of all gods, the manifestation on behalf of all gods. If Agni is there, we can take that other people are also there. Therefore, similarly, Vayudeva Prano Bhutva. Vayu is constantly blowing. Bhishasmadvata pavate. Bhishasmadvata pavate. Bhishodeti suryaha. See, Vataha is the work. Vayu is the source. So, Vayudevanige kelsa ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ Vata. Vatad Vishnor Kim tad Vishnor Then it is asked a question. Kim tad Vishnor Ka Diptihi Kim Parayanam Eko Yadhara Yadevaha, etc. So, alli ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, the answer given by the Samhita is that Vatad Vishnor Pranam. So, Vata is the Pranam, is the cooperation of the Vayudeva. So, when Vayu helps, automatically Vishnu is present. Vishnu. He is present in Bhuloka, Antarikshaloka, and Swarloka. But the Vayu also the same thing. He is present any and everywhere. So that's exactly what we call prana. What is prana is jiva. So where it can be kept because nose is the place. So look at the respective positions provided by Paramatma in the human body, where these great divine beings could take place and settle down there. That's why you are always telling Govinda or Heltare, doctors who everybody says, breath only through your nose, not by your mouth. No bayinda prana tegiyodu bidodu. That stage is different. When your nose area is clubbed, is blocked, when you open the mouth for breathing, that means the end days have come for you, for anybody. So like that, therefore you are always advised, breath through your nose. Inhale, exhale. That is, lab is inhale, dub is exhale. So like that, lab, dub is being given to you by the heart, which is there, the Paramatma sitting. Then I talked about the Chakshu Dachachine. So we are now being introduced to the apparatus, then into which the life has entered. Mere Achini, no use. But if there is sight in the eyes, then the Achini has importance. Mere nose, no good. You will burn or bury the nose when there is no prana inside and outside going. So that's why then Srotram Bhutva Karnau Pravishatu. Then you have got Srotram. This is Srotram, the Dikkul. That means all 10 directions, the wind is there, and the wind is able to convey the sense of communication, sense of fragrance, sense of anything. That's why Vayu is called as Gandhavaha. He is the conveyor of Gandha, whether it is Sugandha or Gandha or Durgandha, whatever, Gandha. So that's why Vayu is called Gandhavaha. That is his constant duty to convey, to carry the Gandha. Therefore, and where from comes that Gandha? Again, you understand, Gandhavati Prithvi. Prithvi, the nature of the Prithvi is to generate smell, generate fragrance. So in Tarka Shastram, we are given definitions of each one of that. There, the Prithvi, one of the definitions given for the earth is Gandhavati Prithvi, and Shabda Gunakamaka. We study in Amarako in the Arkashastra. What is sky? What is wind? What is what? What is what anta ಪತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್. ಯಾವುದು ಏನು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೇನೆ ಏನನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. Other words, diagnosis. Unless you diagnose the patient's symptoms appropriately, rightfully, then only treatment begins. You can't just start treatment. ಕೆಲವು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, even as the patient is going on telling his conditions, symptoms, they already fill up the prescription sheet. Immediately say, oh, take it out. I don't know whether it's good or bad, but doctors also have no patience to listen to the patient and give him solace when he comes to meet after waiting long time in the queue. So it is a primary duty for the doctor or healer or the Brahmin or the Paramatma or Veda student to try to talk and convince the fellow in suffering. Then that suffering will definitely get reduced. That's why here we have got Srotram Dishaha Pravisat. So the directions have become the ear, and that entered into that. That's why you can listen sounds from all round, 360 degrees. You need not turn your ear towards you unless there is a problem in the ear hearing. If your ears are really nice, you are able to catch sounds from all directions. Therefore, it is said Pravisatu. And again, the Vanaspatayaha Lomani Bhutva Tvacham Pravisatu. So Lomani, what is the Loma? Loma is the hair. Hair is important. And the hair, what is hair? It is the Vanaspatis. It is the plants and herbs come into that, because whatever food you do, nutrition, kind of food you do, and all the food is from Vanaspatis only. So that's why we make a prayer to Vanaspati, who is none but Rudra only. Vanaspatibhyaha namaha, Rudraya namaha. So namas somaya cha Rudraya cha namastambraya cha arunaya cha. And ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ವನಸ್ಪತಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಮರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಶಾಕಂಬರಿ ದೇವಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. See, when there was absolute drought caused by the Rakshasas, and Devi, Ma Durga Parameswari, became Shakam. She became vegetable, sustained the people life upon the earth. And later on, they realized how are the Shakam. So they thought Durga Parameswari is Shakambari. Therefore, during Navaratri times, we have Shakambari Avatara for Parameswari, Lalita Parameswari, that all kinds of vegetables are given to her. In the same manner, you have also Pushpa Yaga to done for Venkatramana Swami. Govind is aware of it. At that time, so many flowers, different flowers, baskets full of flowers. And there will be mantras recited, and with that Pushpa Abhisheka is done for Narayana, and that is a great job. So Chaman, so Sevantika Vakula Champaka Patalabja Punna Gajajikara Veera Rasala Pushpaihi Bilva Pravaltala Sidala Mallikabhihi Tvam Pushpayake Prayunjami. ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, but at least ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ will agree, because he is a trupta. He is always satisfied. ಅಲ್ಪಸಂತೋಷಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸ್ಮರಣಾದೇವ ಮುಕ್ತಿ. ಈ ಕಲಿಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಜ್ಞಯಾಗಾದಿ ಕೃತಗಳು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಮರಣೆ, ಸ್ಮೃತ್ವಾ ಧರ್ಮಾನ್, ಆ ಸ್ಮರಣ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಎನಿವೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಈ ದಿಕ್ಕುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಶ್ರೋತ್ರಂ ಭೂತ್ವ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ವನಸ್ಪತಯ ಲೋಮಾನಿ ಭೂತ್ವ ತ್ವಚಂ ಪ್ರಾವಿಸತು. ಸೊ ವನಸ್ಪತಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್, and medicine also becomes a food for those people unfortunate. Adagre, so they have got, that becomes lomani bhutva, tvacham, tvak is the outer skin. Charma, tvak is the inner skin. Charma is tvak is the outer skin. Charma is inner skin. And color is there only for the outer skin. God has given color only to the outer skin. Charma, a banna charmakke kottidane, Paramatma. So that people get distinguished, white, black, brown, etc. People are designated or classified. Brown people are, some brown person has come, some black person has come, some white person has come, some red person has come, red skin. So this kind of calling sometimes owing to the color of the skin that people bear. Like that, ಈ ಕಲರ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೋಮಾನಿ, ಲೋಮಾನಿ because of the loma, and also the vanaspatis also give you color because the color is there in the herbs and plants. You have white color, red color, so many colors are there. That's why Pushpa Yaga, or when you think of the flowers, when you think of the leaves, when you think of the trees, you have got lot of amazement. Because how each tree grows and how each tree signifies is important. Here, the next house, in the garden outside, we have a tree which we do not know much. That tree gave flowers, completely flowers, no leaf at all. And after some time, all the flowers fell down on the ground by themselves, and the small pallavi, or the sprouts have come up, and now leaves are there, green leaves, not a single. That means the tree has the two things, ulta. Normally in our India, you see leaves, then bud, and then flower. So the chitram vai prajaha, chitram vai prapancham, the world is full of wonders. That's why people take touring. Deshatanam, people go because you see Vesha, Bhusha, Bhasha, and Vatavarana, ella irutte. Adella yake, how does it come? It all comes because of the Oshadhis. So Oshadhi Vanaspatis are there. They are bearing the color. They are bearing the dirt. They are bearing nutrition. They are bearing the problem. They are bearing the infections. They are bearing the affections. Oh God. So that's why the loma is also an important situation. Charma is important. For example, the allergies that people talk about, not virus, is always out of the skin. Therefore, we have to make prayer to Rudra, who is the Vanaspatibhyaha Rudrebhyaha Namaha. Ella Rudraru Vanaspati ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ಜನರನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ದೆನ್ ಲೋಮಾನಿ ಭೂತ್ವಾ ತ್ವಚಂ ಪ್ರಾವಿಶತು, ಚಂದ್ರಮಾ ಮನಃ ಭೂತ್ವಾ ಹೃದಯಂ ಪ್ರಾವಿಶತು. See, Hridaya is the only one Akasha. That's why we say Hridaya Akasha. Akasha andre space. So there is only a large area in the Hridayam, in the heart, and therefore Paramatma has chosen to a calm, quiet, rhythmic area of the human body. That is what is called Hridayam. All other parts are very busy, and he cannot have a comfortable seating. Therefore, Chandra, nodi, he is a bright, but waxing and waning nature he has got visibly. Therefore, the Chandra became a manas, the mind, and he entered the Hridayam Pravishatu. That means the mind and heart, they are connected. Everybody knows. Depending upon your emotions, the heart, the blood pressure, the heart functioning also depends. If you are angry, the entire blood will run to your face, and your face turns red, rusha. So that's why if you are calm and quiet, then your heartbeats are calm and quiet and normal. If you are perturbed owing to number of circumstances and contexts that you are facing day by day, time by time, you are really disturbed. So the disturbance is because of the mind. That's exactly what every scripture talks about, the mind more and more and more. Mind technology, mind studies, mind nature, mind repair. The other day, we have got a beautiful talk given by Dr. Madhu Gundlapalli, a great psychiatrist from Atlanta, and also Sri Devi. She is also Atlanta. Both of them have shared their opinions, I mean, their knowledge regarding psychiatry, how it is connected to the people, connected to the mind, and connected to the mood and all that. So we have to take care of the heart health. Hrudayam pravish means heart health we should take care, because emotions simply bother the heart. So if your emotions are under discipline, then your heart also is automatically checked. So mind, manayeva karanam bandha mokshayoho. ಈ ಬಂಧಕ್ಕೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಮನಸ್ಸೇ ಕಾರಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So if you, so that for that Chandra, because Chandra is a fickle fellow, Chandra is born in the ocean. Ocean is never free from any waves. So you cannot expect waves in the ocean to stop, become still. Always the ocean waves are video. They should be coming, but not also same length. Only when tsunami, something like that occur, then only the ocean waves will be exalted. They may be even 20, 30 feet high and so powerful, making devastation all neighboring areas. I happened to visit Machilipatnam after tsunami, and I could see the seashore, how the houses and close by were all neatly cut off. I saw the top of the house, only neatly cut off and fell on the sand, while only the empty four walls intact found. Because after all, something like that we see in craft. So if you look at that kind of thing, even the nature has got wonderful drawings. Nature also has got wonderful architectural skills, etc. So manaha hrudayam pravisatu, and mrityu is there, because one cannot live here upon the earth constantly. Nobody can live in the house, however beautiful it is, constantly. Nobody can use the furniture that he has procured constantly in his own house. So everything is constant, not transitory, temporary. But you don't matter much that it is a temporary, but still you keep it permanently in your house. But you can have only darshan of that. Sometimes you cannot even have darshan, because you close down your door in your office room. Therefore, here mrityu is there. That is maranam. So maranam is important. That's why it's called samaram. Which is the place where all people can hope to die simultaneously. Samaram, yuddham, the war. Samanam maranam yatra yasya tat maranam antare. Tat samaram. So samaram andre, there is going to be annihilation or death to common to all people. That's why if anybody is killed in the war, it is not a court case. It is not homicide. But other than the war, if you kill a man, then it becomes a court case. You will be murderer. So look at the laws that have been framed. In the war, nobody is responsible for death of any other person, because Yashova Mrutyurva is the formula with which all warriors fight in the war. Now, Mrutyuhu apano bhutva nabhim pravisatu. So it became the apana vayu, prano, pana, vyana, udana. So prana admele apana baratte. Prana is entrance, apana is the exit. In between entrance and exit, so much work is there, so many comforts are there, so many creations are there in the body. Therefore, it has taken the abdomen, the nabhim pravisatu, and then there was the water created, Yamba, Agra, Sarilasa, Atmava, Agra. Atsa. So what was there from water? From water, everything came into existence. Even the power which we are using is also due to the water. So water immediately realized it turns into Reta. Retas means the essence of the body. It is said the semen is the essence, Annasya rasaha vai, Annasya rasaha vai, Retaha is Satabada Brahmana quotes it. Therefore, Reto Bhutva, the system pravisatu, it entered into the genital and there it settled down. So thereby, that is the end point of human being, so that from that beginning can come up. So the beginnings come from Sisna, the whole world recreated by every individual because of the genitals. Therefore, the Mrityu portion has been installed there, where unless one dies, one cannot hope for birth. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನನ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಹೇರ್ ಗ್ರೇ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಕಾಲು ನೋವ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. These complaints will come to all people. But again, if you don't want all these complaints, you have to again enter into the Amma's womb and get fresh new body. That is no exchange. So that's why people used to scold you. If you want to have a complete everything perfect in your body, at least in the beginning, you must be born as a child, lucky child, that everything intact you are born. Therefore, here Sistam Pravisatu. So when all these important deities have occupied the Indriyas, the senses, after all, see, nose, eye, ear, mouth, tongue, and Nabhi and Sisna, etc., all are Indriyas very much prominent. Then we remember that Asana and Vipasa were also created as divinities by Atma. Now they become conscious. Tamasanaya Pipase Abrutam Avabhyam Viprajanihiti. Aya Paramatma Atma Namgatiyanappa. So ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಬೇಗಿನ, Agni is very quick, Vayu is quick, Chandra is quick. Everybody immediately they occupied their respective portions. What about us? We are just indolent. We are waiting for you to give us postings. Something like in Saundar Lahari 25th sloka, that Trayanam Devanam Triguna Tavasive. So Bhavet Puja. So here he says that we all people are waiting for the postings. And therefore, the Asana and Pipasa, Abrutam, Aviprajanihiti. So then there are they abravitu, etasveva vam devataha swabhajami etasu bhaginyau karomiti. So the answer was, I will make all these gods to be the sharers of the food that they are given. And so thereby you can share your residence with the gods. That's why the Ashu Abhayarika is not individualized, but it is not separate, but it is together with these gods, with all human beings. Every human being, every animal born has the problem of hunger and thirst. The hunger and thirst are the two problems for which everybody is striving. And because it has been made as a share, both for gods and bhutas and many animals. Therefore, this annam became important. Vam devataha swabhajami etasu bhaginyau karomi. I am going to make you as the sharers of food between the gods, men, and all the beings in the creation. Therefore, hunger and but one difference between God and man is man eats the food, suffers the consequences, good or bad or different, and dies from the food. But gods do not die because they have the power of Amrutam. The Amruta makes them not to die immediately as much as the men die. So Amrutapaha Devanaha, Ghrutaharaha, Ghrutaharinaha Devaha. So gods have got ghee as their food and Amruta as a drink. So, but human beings don't have that pleasure. They have food as the, as the food, and they have the water as their thirst quenching. So different kinds of food, nana vida food are there. That's why Rudra is described to be Annanam Pataye Namaha. ಈ ಅನ್ನನಾಂ ಪತಯೇ ನಮಃ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಷ ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ನವೇ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So visham also becomes, that's why one man's food is another man's poison. You know the English proverb. So ಶಿವಲಿಂಗಯ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಏನು ನಂದನ್, one man's food is another man's poison. Also there is one more statement regarding the food: many a slip between cup and lip. So when there is a slip between cup and lip, that's a death. So without, when there is no slip, there is no that kind of missing, then you are really healthy. ಏನು ತುಂಬಾ food ಬಗ್ಗೆ, see, I think in Missouri, Columbia University, I happened to meet some staff who are in the department of food engineering. And they are all having different specializations, PhDs and DLIT in that. The other day, I happened to meet another food engineering faculty professor in food engineering department, and he has done his master's and all that in NIMHANS in India, Manipal, and later on coming here, he has specialized that. And is so food, how important it is at all levels. Lot of research, food research is, nutrition institutes are there, health institutions are there because the food. Therefore, here the Avasana and Pipasa ultimately asked, where are we go? Then they replied that I make you as sharers of all jivas in the world. Therefore, te abravit etasveva vam devataha swabhajami etasau haginyo karomi tasmat yasya kasya devataye havihi grukhyate bhaginyaveva asyam asanaya pipase bhavataha. So this is the kind of condolence or assurance or solace that has been given to the pipasa and all that. It is really very nice. So this chapter, I have tried to revise for you what has taken place in the second khanda of this particular Upanishad. Now we go to the third khanda or chapter, where we are getting all the. And one other thing was, whatever created by Paramatma that was running away from him, that is to say that disobeying is first, obeying next. Supposing in Nandan, if you tell something to your children, no, madala, I don't do it. If you shout at them, compel them, ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. So disobedience is first, obedience next. Even in the Bhagavatam, it said in the creation, all evil has been created at first, then the good is created next. So here you observe what is that all taken place in this. Now in the Tritiya Khandam, Saikshate menu lokascha lokapalascha annam ebhyaha srujayiti. ಶಿವಲಿಂಗೇನವರೇ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಸ ಈಕ್ಷತೆ ಮೇನು ಲೋಕಾಶ್ಚ ಲೋಕಪಾಲಾಶ್ಚ ಅನ್ನಮೇಭ್ಯ ಸೃಜಾ ಇತಿ.
Again.
Sa ikshate meno lokascha lokapalascha annamebhyas sruja iti.
Next, sobhyotapatabhyo abhitapattabhyo murtirajayata ya vai sa murtirajayatannam vai tatu. Yeah, repeat.
Sopobhya tapattabhyo abhitapattabhyo murtirajayata. So apobhya abhyatapattabhyo abhitaptabhyo murtirajayata.
Ya vai sa murti. Repeat.
Ya vaisa murtir. Ya vaisa murtir.
Ajayatannam vai tatu.
Ajayatannam vaitat. Ajaya vaitannam vaitat.
So that is food. Now you have got a definition for food. You know, annam is well explained also in Aitareya Upanishad. And here in this Upanishad, the Maharshi is telling us also this one. Saikshate ime nu lokaha lokapalaha cha annam ebhyaha srujayiti. So then Paramatma thought, when all people have entered their respective locations in the body, and we have only offered placement for the Ashuvu and Bayarke. But how to maintain them? So what creation done should be protected, should be sustained to a length of life. That is exactly the world, samsaram, prapancham. And in Satavada Brahmanam, there is again a common idea like this. So Prajapati, when he started creation, one side was full with the created beings. And he turned the other side and went on creating and filled up. And the other side also, both sides. So by the time he completed creation on the left side also, turned to right side to see what is the going on with that, all the beings created by him were dead. And later he turned left side also and looked at what the creation that he has done on the left side of himself. He found them also dead. Again, he started creating on right side, left side beings and dead. So the Parama Prajapati is also a good research worker according to our Munis. He is trying to find some ways and means through which the created beings get sustained. So then he thought of food. He got the idea, if food is supplied to them, then only they will have. Then what he did was, after creating the beings, into male and female, he divided, because next creation he cannot be always be doing it. So he has to enter that kind of praja to develop, to increase in statistics. Then they must be given some kind of means for themselves. So system is there, and all that ratas is there, but beings must be sustained. So thereby what he did was, he created breast for females and also endowed milk in that, so that the created beings can immediately get that breast milk and continue life until he created the other side or this is. That's why the women have been blessed with providing the primary food originally to the born babies for some time, until the baby picks up the necessary equipment and taste and also method to start eating. That's why, so first of all, sucking comes up. then other things, munching, biting, etc., will come into the being, to consume the kind of food that is being offered. So anna, that's why we have got in our samskara scheme, anna prasanam, jatakarma. When jatakarma is done, namakaranam later, you have got anna prasanam. After anna prasanam, you have got the chaulam, then you have got vidyabhyasam, etc. So these are all child samskaras being introduced in our Hindu system. Dharma that everybody has got to be slowly introduced. That's why Annaprasanam, first time solid food is being introduced to the baby. Till then, the baby only knows to suck. The sucking is important. So the chewing, sucking is there. And that's why whenever the baby gets the first tooth, what is the baby's temperament? It wants to bite because there will be some kind of sensation in the first tooth that the baby gets. And so whatever it is that bites, and that biting sense only for temporarily, and afterwards when other teeth also come into force, then the biting sense is tried to control. You can always control the biting, but primarily when only one teeth comes to the baby, that's what teething stage for babies. So like that, there is a lot of processing going on. Then the same thing, then the saha, you see, that's why lokaha lokapalaha annamabhyetya asuja. So ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಆಹಾರ ಅನ್ನವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ they will continue to live. They will be busy. Actually, you have to make people get busy so that they will not bother. For example, when the baby is there, you keep on supplying one or the other toy or one or other article so that the baby won't remember you and come and pester you or divert your attention and make you not do your work. So in order that your work should go ahead, you try to give one or the other toy. Similarly, Paramatma also started thinking, if I were to give food for all these people, gods and everybody, then it will be very nice. Then I will be getting little relief for further work. Then when he wanted that kind of asana creation, so apo abhyatapato tabhyo abhitaptabhyo murtirajayata. So how did he create food for the all beings in the world? From water. So water is the food generator. That's the first thesis. That is, without water, no food can be generated. And there is one important called rice, paddy. The paddy is grown in water, matures in water, gets cooked in water, and becomes food to beings with water. So water has been the constant flow or constant one that follow up to the food and consumption. Therefore, here the definition is Yavaisa Murtihi Ajayata Annam Vaitato. Murti means figuring, reality. So whatever water turned into food or into a solidified form, that has become known as Annam. Annam Vaitatu. That is Annam. So slowly you observe how beautifully the definition for Annam, the process of creation of Annam and Murtitvam for Annam has been introduced to us in this Upanishad. It's very lively and lovely Upanishad. You are getting a lot of benefit about it. I think I'll stop here. Om Swasti.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Markashit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Satam. सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु श्रीवासुदेवार्पणमस्तु श्रीवेदपुरुषाशीर्वादोऽस्तु। ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम
Very
नमः।
good.